As many of you know, I am a South African who's currently living in America. I have spent a few years trying to learn and understand who I am and what are the things that I like, the things that make me happy and childish and all giddy inside, not forgetting things that scare me, traumatize, or put me in an uncomfortable state. Things that trigger me and need attention for healing, things that I've forgotten and buried deep down in my brain. And I've discovered how much I love being in nature. I've had people ask me to start a YouTube channel since forever. It wasn't until a couple of months ago that I actually listened and believed that maybe this channel could work. So here I am. Back in 2013, April to be exact, I was fortunate enough to travel and live in the US. I've met so many amazing people from all walks of life and almost from every country. I've learned so much. Wow. I didn't know how close-minded I was before this whole experience. I can now boldly say any country that I travel to, I can pick up my phone and call a friend almost anywhere in the world. That is actually a blessing. I've grown so much as a person, as a being, as well as a spirit. I came here as an au pair or an exchange student. I had a host family for a year and a half. Oh my goodness, were they amazing. They basically became my family. We did things together. We traveled. We went out to dinner. We went on school events together. We laughed. We cried. We hugged. We loved. And we hiked. My life has never been the same ever since. So let me rewind a little bit and give you guys a background story of how the move came about. Back in 2011, I lost my job. Devastating. And it just seems like whatever that I tried after that, I just couldn't find a job. I knocked on every door. I spoke to almost everybody on the phone, and nothing was basically happening. One thing I couldn't do was give up on myself. So I started to think of other ways to make money. I started to sell things like Tupperware, Avon, Forever Living products. I even started cooking for a club in Soweto. I would be there till 4 or 5 in the morning. Basically, when the club closes, that's when people want to come and eat. I also tried acting. Yes, I did. I was going to go out of my comfort zone to aid myself and not give up on me. I shot a few music videos, also was an extra on a few shows in South Africa. However, that wasn't for me. And one Sunday morning, woke up at 5 to go and prepare lunch for my family. Reason being, when you grew up in a Christian family in South Africa, when we come back from church, we want to find lunch ready. So me being the eldest daughter, I had to wake up in the morning and make sure that, lunch was prepared. And I happened to listen to a radio station that morning, Metro FM to be exact, and DJ Tamingubeni was on the ones and twos that morning. And she happened to talk to a young lady who was originally from South Africa but was living in the US, and she was sending out a shout out to her mom. Tammy then asked her to help other young people in South Africa that may be looking for the same opportunity to come to the US. So she gave out a number. I was ready with a pen and a paper, but I found out I didn't write the correct number. Everything just happened so quickly on that phone call. I was shattered. I really was, because I tried calling the number and it wasn't going through. So days later, I'm talking to my mom, basically letting her know about this opportunity that slipped through my fingers because I wasn't ready and I wrote down the wrong number. Y'all, my mom happened to know a friend that knows a friend that has a number to the agency that's helping exchange students. Hallelujah to the universe. I was like, Ma, we need to find this friend of a friend that has this number because I need it. Fast forward, I got the number, called the agency, and things started moving from there. Was it easy? No, it wasn't. Was it worth it? Absolutely. It was. However, struggle began shortly after that because the agency wasn't cheap, you see. I had to come up with a lot of funds just to make sure that I keep the agency and they help me into coming into this country. So every paperwork that was needed from me had to be accompanied by a certain amount of money. It was very, very stressful. I borrowed so much money from so many people during that time, and my speech was, please invest in me, and as soon as I get to America, I will send you back your money. So I was pleading with people to invest in me. The universe responded, and people started helping me in little or big ways that they could. My biggest hurdle at that time, after all the funds were satisfied, was that visa interview. I was just praying they do not deny my visa because, wow, I've been taking a lot of no's. I needed this one to work. Things aligned and I was approved to come to the US. Wow, was I happy. At the same time terrified because it then dawned on me, I am leaving to go to another country, another continent. You know, I'm leaving everybody behind, my familiar place, my place of being comfortable, you know. And so I had to put on my big girl shoes with tears running down my face and embark on a journey that will forever change me. I won't lie, I was terrified. It wasn't all roses and sunshine when I landed in the US. Absolutely not. It was like riding the tide, basically. I had so many ups and downs. Some days when it rained, it really poured. I wanted to give up so many times. However, I couldn't. And 7 years later, I'm still here. This has been and still is the most humbling experience for me. I felt very blessed to live this life. The good, the bad, the oopsies, and the ugly. I just believe that nothing is a coincidence. Everything that happens to you happens for you. Therefore, there are no regrets in this life, only lessons that we should learn.